lie from the enemy, which is that what happened to Charlie Kirk is rather insignificant. It's just another footnote in American history to be added to the long list of tragedies in American history. To that I say, that couldn't be further from the truth. Since not only did Christ stand, just as he did for the first martyr Stephen in Acts 7 for Charlie Kirk on Wednesday, September 10th, which is spiritually significant, but we also need to recognize, because of the actions of the sons of disobedience since what happened to Charlie Kirk happened, and because of what is written in Romans 1:28, that this violence has nothing to do with the United States and the Second Amendment, and has everything to do with the hearts of men across the West, including in Canada. And I say that because we saw the exact same spiritual evil manifest itself in Canada when Sean Feucht, who came to visit in order to lead worship in Canada, was accosted, was violently attacked by the Sons of Disobedience, as smoke bombs were thrown inside churches, as people who wanted to join Sean Feucht in worshiping our Lord Jesus Christ were accosted and attacked, and even our own CBC implying and stating that Christians were the problem, they need to be regulated, and that they should need to get permits from our government in order to worship in our own churches. And so I call to all the shepherds in Canada to wake up, because the only reason that the level of depravity has not risen to what we saw with Charlie Kirk here in Canada is not because we don't have the Second Amendment. It's only because in Canada, the enemy thinks that they are in a winning position, that they've already won. And so it's incumbent now upon the shepherds to stop appeasing the worldly and start to boldly proclaim the truth of Jesus Christ throughout Canada. And not just in our ivory church towers, but also in the public square, in the political square, in the cultural square, and really in any facet of life in Canada. We need to start proclaiming Jesus Christ as Lord, just as Charlie did, boldly and without being ashamed of any part of the gospel, including Romans 1:28-32, which I just read to you. Because, again, the same evil that resulted in what happened to Charlie Kirk happening does exist in Canada. And it's even worse because in Canada, it exists in our halls of power. And we need to wake up, or else what happened to Charlie Kirk can absolutely happen to us. And really, what happened to Charlie Kirk, as Charlie Kirk would say, is a defining turning point in the West. We are either going to choose to wake up, especially in Canada, or we are going to choose to do nothing, and the enemy is going to continue to advance